Now going to work on modifying the HDMI switch. For this to work, I need to remove the physical button, then connect wiring from the pads to the ESP32. Connecting the wiring to where the previous button was will allow me to be able to replicate the physical button digitally. Once that's done, more testing to ensure everything works well, then proceed to solder accordingly. I went on to add more wiring so that I can be able to read the pulses from the coin selector using the ESP32. Once I was done with the soldering and wiring, it was time to assemble. Before we can assemble, we need to 3D print the housing. The design is already done and the printer is already running. This would take some time. After the printing was done, it was time to assemble everything into the 3D printed housing. During the assembly process, I realized I had forgotten to make some holes, so I had to manually make them. Later on, I will add these holes to the 3D file so that I don't have to drill them manually. Regardless, I was very happy with how everything was coming together. It was time to do more soldering and connecting the wires accordingly. For this initial prototype, the size of the housing is just about the right size. It's capable of holding up to 100 to 200 coins, depending on the size of the coins. It was time to now connect the display and the rest of the assembly. After the assembly is completed, this is how it looks. Looks like a product out of a factory, and we're ready to do one final test. Something to note is, depending on the preference of the customer or the preference of the person that wants to use this device, the HDMI connector can actually be placed on the inside of the device so that other people don't have access to disconnecting or reconnecting. But for this prototype, just to show the working concept, we put the HDMI connector on the outside. So here we go for the final test. Let's see if this works. So at this point, we can pretend that there's an ad that is playing on the TV and nobody has paid to play the game. Or maybe if you're using it in the house, your child hasn't paid or inserted the coin to get their time to watch TV. So the moment they put in the coin, it switches automatically to the game or the media device that you're connecting on the other port. And yeah, it works just that simple. Now that I've completed all the necessary testing, it's safe to say that this project is done and we're ready to move on to the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.